Okie doke. All right, guys, we are live. This is Brian, aka Texas Treasures. Welcome to 2021. And one of the things I resolved is to try to go live more often. I'm going to try to go daily, Monday through Friday, to kind of recap and to have a hard close to my reselling day. Sometimes something may come up if I'm outsourcing, etc. May not be able to hit that, but most days of the week, that's going to be my goal. So yeah. All right. So first things first. Another thing I'm doing daily is, I am doing a quote of the day. So I used to do this when I was a teacher. So let's talk about this quote. It says, retrain your today. And by the way, this is a good book. I've read it a while back. It's called F Yourself. Gotta love the title. It says, retrain your brain one word at a time. We can determine our emotions by steering our thoughts. We can shape those thoughts by being conscious of and diligent words and the kind of language we engage in. All right, so let's kind of break that down, right? We can determine our emotions by steering our thoughts. So what we think can determine or guide our emotions, right? And we can shape those thoughts by being conscious, by being aware, and to be diligent about our words. So if you kind of think about it, like what you think into existence and what you speak can control your emotions and your outcome. All in turn, positive mindset. I know daily my listing count, and I'm in tech and sports group. Where's my clicker? Oh no, where'd my clicker go? And so what I did is I take a picture of that clicker in front of this daily calendar, and I posted that in the group, and tech was like, yeah, make sure you keep posting those. So anyway, anybody, if you have any thoughts about that and specifically how it relates to reselling, go ahead and drop it in the comment. Today, I'd like to talk, we've already talked about the quote, like to talk about a little 2020 review, specifically December. We can talk about 2021 goals, January listing goals specifically, how many listings we got up today, and improve our reselling, specifically listing. I'm going to do a Bolo or a sell of the day, share that with you. Want to talk of habits a little bit. I'm going to have a segment called Show and Tell, which I really don't have anything yet because all I've got is a bunch of boring jeans, which I am trying to work through those. And then Clay, who should be on in a little bit, Clay's Closet, Clay Can. He wants to talk a little bit about taxes. I think taxes are on his mind. Oh man, never start a live show without a beverage, by the way. I poured me some water. Oh, and another thing, not even reselling related. When I quit teaching September 16th, like I'm a big guy, I'm 6'4", and I weighed like 250, I think 250 pounds, which is big. I've gained 22 pounds since then. I'm at 272. That's the biggest I've ever been. So I'm like, that can't work. So keto before, and it works really well for me. And so I am back on keto. And one of the good side benefits about keto is there's when you're running on ketones, your mental clarity is better. So I do feel sharper. I start my day with a bulletproof coffee. That's 2 coffee with some butter and some MCT oil, basically the stuff found in oil. And then I fast. I don't have a meal until around noon, and then I'll have my second meal here, after this life. All right, and I'm already down 2 pounds doing that, and the cravings, I don't even feel bad because you eat more fats, especially healthy fats, and because I crave carbs, man. I ate so many carbs over the holidays. I freaking love it. Now I will give myself 2 cheat days a month, something to look forward to. Anyway, this isn't really a nutrition channel, but just sharing that with y'all. All right, Cody. Hey, what's going on, Cody? Cody says, how are the jeans selling? Do you sell them daily? jeans are selling pretty well. First of all, you got to kind of know jeans. Like, you have men's and men's jeans. Men's jeans sell faster and for more money than women's jeans. And the jeans that I got are probably 80-90% women's. I mean, they still will sell. It just takes a little bit longer depending on the brand. So yeah, they are selling daily. Like this morning, I got all my eBay orders and about a third of my Facebook Marketplace orders. Um, the eBay probably had over the weekend 7, 8, 9 pair of jeans that shipped out. Most of those were women's. And I do keep a little ledger here. Like my average, like I can actually break it down for you. Like here's like a pair of American Eagle women's. These actually sold for pretty nice. With shipping, they sold for $33.98. I made almost $20 profit. Then I had another pair of Levi's. That profit was $12.35. Another pair of Levi's, profit $19.90. These are all my clothing items. A white cross scrub. A lot of people don't know about scrubs. Some of the scrubs, the tops sell for good money. I sold a white cross. I think it was a Disney print on it, and I made $14.54. A Lululemon sports top, another pair of Levi's, a pair of Express. So jeans definitely sell. You could make a reselling career just off of jeans, and that's talking about Chris. I'm in Chris, aka Daily Refinement, his Patreon group. We were talking about that, but man, I don't know if I'm ADHD, but I do get a little bored with just doing jeans. I got 21 jeans listed. Today, Mondays are busy, and I was slammed with orders to ship out, everything out. I made sure I got the eBay prioritized. I got all my eBay orders out, gallon bag. So things are going well as far as that. And yeah, jeans will continue to be a big part of my one-offs, but it's not going to be the only thing. Like I also sold some other good clothing items that I sourced at thrifts or the bins, like a Raiders jacket, a Lululemon sports bra that I picked up at the good. What's going on, Tri Flippers? Hope you're having a 2021. Hope everyone's off to a good start. Mr. Skits under his pants. Hello, people of the Earth. Yes, sometimes I wonder if Mr. Skits Underpants is actually residing on Earth. Quite the interesting guy. So coming back to jeans, yeah, jeans are going great. It does get a little dull, and like from one of the guys in the Patreon group, I purchased 500 jeans from him wholesale, and I got a really good price on them. But like some of those jeans are really good, and like, New York and Company, like jeans I would never source myself, but I've already paid for them, so I might as well list them. Glory Vanderbilt, some of these brands, Old Navy, but surprisingly, Old Navy actually sells better than a lot of people think on the jeans. But then you'll have some Lucky Brand in there, and some Levi's, and some other brand. Kind of a mixed bag, but I am missing, and I'm disciplined and not go sourcing until I have all these jeans listed. And 100 of them, or 110 of them, are Clay's, and he's supposed to be on here in a little bit. He needs to come pick up his jeans. He went on with me, so it's going to be profitable. And I miss not sourcing. All right, so we've done the quote. 2020. How was everyone's 2020? Specifically, December. For me, one of the things I started doing is keeping a spreadsheet, like kind of old school, man. And I know I'm looking into maybe doing QuickBooks, but man, I'm old school. I have this old school ledger, and then I transpose that information into a spreadsheet. Now it does take it takes me probably 20 seconds to fill this out as I'm shipping, and then each morning it probably takes me another 5 minutes to transpose those numbers into my spreadsheet. But the positive thing is I really have my numbers down, and I know exactly. And I was telling Clay this, like, and the guys in our chat, that I almost had $17,000. I had 16,000. I'm looking at around 16,697 and change, almost 17,000 in gross sales in December, and I netted about 12,535. Having those specific numbers is really useful. So December was my best month ever. Now eBay, because Scott was asking me this, Dumpster Diver Dad, eBay was a little bit less than half of that. Like I'm selling on eBay, Facebook Marketplace, which I'm actually selling more on Facebook than I am eBay. It's if you're not on Facebook Marketplace, I encourage you to get on there. Also Poshmark, which was pretty strong, and Mercari, which wasn't too bad. So I sell different things on different platforms. The jeans and the used clothing only goes on eBay. Shoes, which I still do a lot of shoes. Shoes goes on eBay and Poshmark. I also do replenishables. I do wholesale new items, and I'm selling those on Poshmark, Mercari, and Facebook Market, are blowing up on Facebook Marketplace. Is it retro jeans? Yeah, I do. Well, all right. Well, this is the thing. The wholesale jeans I got are not vintage. I haven't found one vintage pair of jeans in there yet. But when I go sourcing, and there's plenty of jeans around me too. When I go sourcing, I find vintage jeans made in the USA, Levi's, etc., quite a bit. And I sold a pair of Levi's. I think they were 501, made in the USA, vintage, for 50. This weekend, I sold a vintage orange tab pair of Levi's. I think they went for like 38 or 39. Got more for them, but they did have some damage to them. So I had to let them go a little cheaper. So yeah, I definitely found the retro or the vintage jeans. Yeah, Mr. Skits Underpants. I don't know where Val is. Like, she is missing in action. I hope she's okay. Knows. Like, I've reached out to her. I've messaged her on Facebook. She's not in our. She's an admin in our group, and I don't know. Like, I don't want to get into her business. Obviously, whatever's going on. All I'll just say is, we miss her and hope everything's okay, and that she pops back on, because we love having Vala Milk on. She's got, she kills it on Poshmark, and I also got her to selling on eBay. So we've helped her to get on eBay as well as Poshmark. Mr. Skits Underspent full time, but I do time travel when I can. Yeah. What era do you like to time travel to the most, Mr. Skits Underpants? All right. Once again, 2020 was really good reselling. I know on the macro level, retail sales were way up. Pandemic, a lot of people are ordering online. I know with those $600 stimulus checks that are now rolling out, when that happened the first round, man, this really just blew up back in March and April. Tech and Sports, who I'm in his Facebook group with Chris Daily Refinement, he said he had 25,000 active listings on eBay. Been listing 250 listings per day. Like, his inventory dropped over about a month to I think he said under 19,000. So if you're not listing right now, guys, you need to be listing, because with that extra money, people are going to spend. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I know my active listings are up over 1,900 right now. Like, I've been on a push to list more. And so talking about listing goals, like right now for January, my goal is to list at 20 items a day, 6 days a week. So that's 120 a week, 480 a month is the minimum. And I hope to get more than that today, even though I was rushed. I was rushed with orders. I still got 21 listings up today in about 2 hours. Listing speed. My listing speed has really improved quite a bit from where it used to be. I used to only average like 5 items an hour. I was slow, but in Chris's Patreon group, we really, in Tech and Sports too, we really push being efficient. And I'm around 10 items an hour right now, and I'd like to get up to about 15 items per hour. So long story short, get your listings up, guys, and be consistent too. I know I've noticed as I'm listing more and being more consistent with my listings, my sales have really picked up. So I encourage everyone to do that. All right. 2021. Once again, we're still in the pandemic. A lot of people are ordering. I know the USPS has been a hot mess. Matter of fact, I got a claim check for them where one of these packages was set in limbo for 3 or 4 weeks. Somebody reached out to me on eBay, and if it's more than 15 days since it's been shipped and it's a priority package, but less than 60 days, you can file a claim with USPS. You can do it online. I did that. I'm doing that on anytime I get somebody contacts me to say, hey, where's my package? I look at the tracking. If it's priority in 15 to 60 days, I go ahead and go on to USPS, open up a claim, and I got a check. Matter of fact, just the other day, it was pretty nice from the USPS. I think it was like 33 and change. And hopefully that package still gets delivered. You could possibly get a check from USPS and also not have to refund the buyer if that order actually delivers. And most of them actually are being delivered. They're just running late. I know the amount of mail volume is way up, and I read somewhere, I think it was in I don't know, I read somewhere that they think over 16,000 USPS employees are, as of about a week ago, were under quarantine for COVID. So they're undermanned, and we have extreme mail volume, which is good for us resellers. And then you have the Christmas rush, and then vaccine, even though I know that's FedEx and UPS handling the vaccine. So the delivery system's under a lot of strain. Let's see. Try flippers. Are you doing anything actively manage those USP issues, or just waiting for customers? That's a great. Honestly, I am waiting for customers. It's just too many orders, at least for my mind. I don't want to spend the time to be proactive and go out there. And eBay, not as bad. I'll tell you, the really bad one I'm experiencing is the orders on Facebook Marketplace. Man, because the problem with Facebook Marketplace, if anybody's selling on there, like if you have a replenishable, let's say I'm selling let's just say a new hat, right? When someone orders it on Facebook Marketplace, it'll show you orders that need to be shipped. Like right now, I have 27 that need to go out tomorrow. And then it shows canceled orders, and it shows shipped. But they do not have the kinks ironed out like eBay does. So like when you click on eBay, that item number is all going to be there. On Facebook Marketplace, if you're selling a unique item, it's not that hard. You just got to scroll through there, which is a little annoying. But when you're selling replenishables, like let's just say, and I do have an item where I've sold over 150 of one. So let's just say this was a new hat I was selling on there, and I've sold 200 of them. When someone messages me on that message, it isn't tied to their specific order. So there's no, and I was just dealing with that right before we went live. Matter of fact, that's why I was late going live. I had a guy that ordered something, and he was having an issue with it, and I was trying to find it. But I literally spent like 5 minutes, because all you can do is scroll, and it'll show the picture of the item. So if this was the hat, I'd have to click on the picture to that customer, and then from there find that tracking information. So it's a hot mess. So no, I guess long story short, I'm not actively managing those, just as customers reach out to me. And here's another tip and trick that works pretty well. If you go to USPS.com and you put that tracking number in on USPS.com, it gives you an option to get text alerts. So I sign up for those text alerts. I also will email my eBay customers and say, hey, I'm sorry about the delay. The post office is having some issues. And I tell them, if you go to USPS.com with this tracking number, plug it in, you can actually get text alerts. And so that oftentimes will alleviate some of their concerns, because they just want to know what's going on. And I don't know if it's coincidence, but it seems like anecdotally that those packages then start to move, and many of them get hurt. Now, Once somebody contacts me and text alerts, it is then on my radar. If it's a priority mail package and if it's been over 15 days, I will then go ahead and open up the claim, which you can also do through USPS.com. You can open a claim. You need the tracking number. You'll need some type of proof. Like I would, I think the one I screenshotted a picture of the tracking number, the full tracking information with the customer's information, and it worked, and they paid pretty quick too. So yeah, currently. What's up, the House of Many Trucks? What is going on? How you doing? Appreciate it. I'm just trying to share what I've learned, because it is a hot mess with all these issues. And I think we're over the worst of it, but there are still some lingering problems. Skits Underpants says it's hit or miss on Facebook a lot of time wasters, but you can get good finds. Yeah, well, yeah, you can source off of there, but I'm telling you personally, like one-offs or especially replenishables, man, I am doing great with replenishables. But I've also sold, like my experience, I'm not listing every pair of jeans, every what I call bread and butter item. Those do better on eBay. But if it's like expensive shoes, sold some cowboy boots on there. Oh, the missus is calling. Hold on, guys. Let me take this real quick. Sorry. Hello.
What's up, homie?
I'm on a live show. What's up?
What time are you gonna be done?
6. You thinking dinner?
I'm trying really hard to convince myself that it's gonna be okay for me to be in the kitchen. I can't, and I'm really hungry.
Okay. Well, yeah. At 6, I'll be in there, and I can take care of it.
Well, I'll help you. You be in there with me.
Okay. All right. Hey, Clay. All right. Well, let me wrap this up. Bye. Hey, Clay. Yeah. Let me just. Gosh, the missus just called. Well, here's a side note, and then I'll come back to Mr. Skits Underpants. Well, just a personal side note. Like we have a mouse in the house, and my wife Claudia is terrified, irrationally terrified. Like I don't know if Clay knows this, but I used to have a million different jobs. One of them for about 3 or 4 months, I was a exterminator, and I hated that job.
I don't think you told me that. Man.
And one of these crazy dudes I worked with, I don't even remember his name. Like he was training me for a couple of weeks. You got all these chemicals, and you're dealing with all, you go through the classes and whatnot, but you deal with rodents like mice and learn quite a bit. But this dude was like demented. He had a broom, and it looked like a mace. Like he had all these different nails sticking out the end of the broom, and he's like, hey, rookie, come here. And he just butchered this mouse in front of me, and it was squealing. It's like, oh my gosh, what is going on here? So I never liked that part. And so we do have a mouse in the house, but Claudia is terrified of it. I did, and all my kids, they have big hearts, and they've kind of pushed me a little bit more on this side. And I know Clay would appreciate this. So I actually ordered the no-kill mouse traps where they're supposed to go in this tunnel. But here's the problem. I've seen the mouse. He's too fat. He's not a rat. He's a mouse. But he's too fat, so he won't fit in the mouse trap. And like right now, Claudia wants to cook, but she's terrified to be in the kitchen. So, I'm probably gonna have to get the old-fashioned mouse trap, which I hate to do. But I did try, and it's just too big. Like it keeps setting that door off, and I've reset it 4 or 5 times. I think it's just too big. It's a fat mouse. But real quick, back to Mr. Skits Underpants on Facebook Marketplace. Yeah, the higher end items like cowboy boots, expensive items that are pre-owned, for me, are selling really well there. And I guess today they're going to start doing 5%. It was no commission. Now it's 5%. But replenishables, if you're selling wholesale items, new items where you can do multi-quantity, man, those are doing great for me. So yeah. So how's your? And I don't know if you want to talk about this. I'm not gonna put you out there, Clay.
What do you say? How's Dad?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask, but I didn't know if you wanted to talk.
No, I don't mind. Yeah. So everyone, I just said in the comments. Yeah. So my dad Like, I hadn't talked to him. I saw him Christmas Day night for Christmas. And then I talked to him, I guess, like on Thursday. And like last Tuesday, he had started taking his temp. He's 82. And he has AFib, which is now under control. But he had started taking his temperature, just being in the age range, you know. And he did have a high temperature, 99, 100, felt worse than he normally does, which is kind of crummy because his hip, he had surgery a couple years ago and it just hurts. And he has this thing called drop foot, and that causes instability, you know, so he just hurts overall. But he went and got like a drive-through corona test, came back positive. So Saturday he went and got some sort of infusion thing down at, we call it Big Baylor here, the old hospital, and that took like hours to prepare and do it and then watch him. And he slept the same, which is because he doesn't have anything to do. And so we just talked and caught up. So he sounded, you know, tired, I guess, you know, more tired than normal or whatever. And I just kept like, eat something, drink water, you know. So like tomorrow I'll for sure order him food, you know, so he'll eat. He did eat his breakfast, his normal like cereal and OJ.
Does he still have his taste and smell? I know my wife, Claudia,
I think
she lost hers for a while when she had it.
Yeah, he said he did. I didn't ask him that, but he didn't say that he didn't. You know what I mean? So I assume that luckily his is, I guess, mild. You know, and he should be, who knows how soon, but being 82 with health stuff, relatively, you know, be able to get the vaccine sooner. And I emailed his doctor, you know the name, Dr. Mike, the internist, on the app. I just sign in as him and use it, and said, hey, I heard that blood thinners and the vaccine might, you know, not be good. And he's like, we're still learning and stuff, because he's got to take the blood thinners for the AFib. But he sounded okay, you know. And we talked about Mavericks, that's basketball, if you don't know. SMU, that's a college here in Dallas. And what else we talk about? Cowboys and whether it's safe to go places. Oh, he did get an email from the ex-stepmom when she found out. My cousin Christy, you know, let her know. And then my former stepbrother emailed him too. So that made him feel better. You know, now he's just waiting on my brother to call, which probably won't happen. Some of y'all have heard that story. I won't go into that, but he sounded okay. You know,
we are definitely
on me, and I'm like, no, you're fine. Yeah. I was like, Dad, I worked some, you know, like, so he's okay. And then Angie, I just talked to her because I hadn't seen her now in like a week, and we talked about like work, and then we were talking about, she was like, well, I'm going to my chiropractor and this and dermatologist, and I was like, well, did you like your dermatologist? I was like, I guess I should go because I'm going to go get a physical. I was going to go get a physical like before Christmas, and then I didn't realize that the insurance, I think I told you, hadn't kicked in yet till the 1st, so I had to cancel that appointment. But so now I'm going to call and do maybe the dermatologist, because it's all preventative, you know. And I'm getting like, I'm just going to tell them everything, do literally every blood test you can, do everything, so that I know whether good, bad, ugly, you know.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, definitely thinking and praying for your dad. And
thanks.
All right, let me catch up on the chat and like kind of what we talked about. Like I'm doing this quote of the day. I kind of went over that. If you get a chance, you can check it out at the beginning later and tell me what you think.
Yeah, you sent that picture, right? I didn't read it, but I saw them.
Yeah, I talked about 2020, especially December. Talked sheets, goals, January listing, today's listings, improvements.
That quote,
yeah. So Mr. Skits Underpants, the boost in listings. Now, all right, I'm frustrated with this, and this is the other problem with Facebook Marketplace. They're growing so fast, and they do not have the customer service support built in yet. Like, I cannot boost my listings. I would, or at least I would try it out. And I actually messaged Facebook Marketplace. They replied. They were like, "Yeah, there was an issue, but we fixed it. Now you can boost your listings." I try to boost them, I still can't. So I sent them another email. This is weeks ago, and I still can't boost. Even without boosting them, course, we have to realize that Facebook Marketplace has some type of algorithm too, and it seems like the multi-quantity, some of the listings that I have over 100 of them, really, and I don't know how much of it is the item and how much of it is because because of quantity 100, and then like on eBay, when your sales pick up, that listing starts to move up in the algorithm. So I am inferring this is probably happening on Facebook Marketplace too. So long story short, no, I don't boost. I would try it out, and maybe if they ever fix it, I will. House of Mini Truck is sending good thoughts out to your dad, Clay.
Who's that? That's what's his name?
You know, I'm bad with names, Clay. That's what I need to hear.
From the group. CD guy, Jared.
Oh, is that Jared? Oh, Jared.
Is House of Mini Trucks Jared?
Yeah. Is that you, Jared?
Isn't it Jared? And is Scott from the group too? From the call?
Man, I'm bad. Like, I don't know. When you just see a picture of a truck, like I can't tell. And I don't.
Is Scott from the Chris's call? Is that the Scott Eifler or whatever in the chat here? I'm just looking at a teeny picture, and I'm like, is that the guy? The guy that's maybe?
Are you on the Patreon call?
With silver, like with the
I know who you're talking about.
Hair. He's kind of.
I don't know.
He has like a warehouse, and I still don't know what he sells. But
I do. He sells. He's got a giant like warehouse space. He's doing a lot of clothing, but he's also doing hard goods.
That's him.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Hey,
from that little picture, I was like, that's got to be him. Yeah. Hey, Scott. Good to see you.
Live auctions. I think you would be very good. Just saying. Like, are you talking about live auctions on YouTube, Scott? I know a lot of the storage unit guys do that, and Clay knows this. Like, we've actually talked about possibly doing that, but the problem with reselling is there's so many ways to make money, and I don't know. Like, I dabble in storage units, which my sell of the day when I get to that was from a storage unit. I won for $40, and it sold for 70 plus shipping. So I'm already positive on that unit. Okay, Jared. Oh yeah, you're right. He said see you in the morning. Have a good night, Jared. I know Jared's killing it with the CDs. I don't know what Mr. Skits Underpants is talking about. I can't because they don't like military. Yeah, I will say they're really tight on what you can sell on there. Like I had some swimsuits I was trying to sell. It's too sexy. So like, yeah, I think Facebook Marketplace is a little more stringent on what you can sell there. Yeah, that is a good. I think if I had a bigger following, Scott, but I've only got 659 subscribers. Like, to me, and Clay and I, we started about a year ago, and I used to put out some videos, but like I didn't want to sink the time into it. I do love to do the lives, and that's kind of my format now. And it's as much for the community as anything. And by the way, if anybody out there wants to jump on, just let me know if you want to jump on live. We'd love to have, as many people on as would like to pop on. But I would like to get to 1,000 and get the 4,000 hours, and at least to have the option to be monetized. But that's not my primary concern. All right, yeah, Scott's been killing it, Clay.
I knew I could tell. I mean, and I haven't been on in a while. Well, I've watched the Wednesdays lately, several of the Wednesdays.
Yeah, he his listing speed has improved. I think Oliver's like everybody in the group, man. Like we're all just growing from that group. It's a great group. And I would say anyone that really wants to take your reselling to another level, check out Daily Refinement and his Patreon group, where we 8 a.m. Central Time, Monday through Friday, we have an hour-long call. And then we're also, Scott, are you in Tech and Sports group too? I'm also in his group, and that's another amazing group. He does a Tuesday call. Actually, I don't know, Clay, you know Hustle at Home Mom?
I know the name.
Yeah, she's like a big YouTube channel. She's going to be coaching Wednesday. She's doing a Wednesday. I think what Chris and Tech are doing, they're slowly building this Facebook group to be the premier reselling group. because you got Tech and Sports, who does an amazing call Tuesday nights. Of course, Chris does the morning calls on his Patreon. They're bringing Hustle at Home Mom, and she's going to do, I think, a Wednesday, I think it's midday, a midday coaching call. So they're bringing in all these different experts in all these different niches. And that group, the energy in it and the knowledge in it, man, it is second to none. It makes everyone else's little Facebook group and even my own little one, which I'm trying to create, look like, I don't want to compare. It's just, I would just say it's the best Facebook group I've ever seen. It is top notch.
He said she's hot. Now I've got to open another tab and meet a guy here.
You want me to,
I've seen her. What's her name? Hustle. What is it?
Here, I'll share the screen. She is definitely, she's
Hustle at Home Mom.
Here, I'll show you. And she actually has good content too. She's up in Utah.
Oh yeah, Hustle. Oh yeah, her. Yeah, I'm not subbed to her but
should be.
She's cute.
Yeah, she's cute.
I'm trying to see her eye color. I think we've talked about this. I don't go for brown eyes, really.
Clay's very picky.
Well, it's just not I don't know if it's nature, nurture, but
it's just you being too picky.
No, I just don't. The brown eye. Okay.
So are you saying, hold on, let me pull her
green eye.
Did I misspell Hustle at Home? Is this her? Yeah, here, this is her. So
green eyes. Yeah, she's cute.
So are you saying if she
The bag has its roots in music, and it was initially made for the music producer. Hey guys, how's it going?
Yeah, it looks like green eyes. And of course I paused it.
I blew up on another tab, so I could see.
Yeah, she's really cute. But beyond that, she's a really good reseller too. Like I've watched several of her videos. Like if you want to learn clothes, and she also does hard goods. She's done auto parts and different things. Yeah, she's smart. Yeah, Scott's got to look her. I don't. Yeah, she is cute. She's got a good personality too. So she's got the all around. And she's married. So anybody out there trying to move in on Hustle at Home Mom, you're probably out of luck. But I don't know her just from what I've seen on her videos. All right, where was I on the topic? Do you want to talk about anything of these? You want to talk about 2020? And I know, Clay, you're not big into goals, so I don't want to put you on the spot. But if you want to chime in.
Well, since I'm home this week, right now I'm playing catch up on my spreadsheets. Even though GoDaddy gives me that, I just want to have it. And now that I'm doing it, I don't know why some of this stuff, when I filled it out, started in like May, when I got GoDaddy and I started bookkeeping, GoDaddy, integrated all the old eBay for the year, and Posh was pretty easy. But some of it, I'm like, why didn't I start that back then? Or why couldn't I find that on PayPal? So today, the goal is to just finish the eBay stuff so that I can then do whatever. I can't ever remember, but the formula, how much I paid, how much they paid, shipping, blah, 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 and get that number and then compare that to what GoDaddy, and then I'll start a new spreadsheet, or I already did. And then that way I can keep up daily, because I had done that for a while. Even on days I didn't have a sale, I made myself open it, you know what I mean? Just to and then I would open the app on the phone and I knew I didn't have a sale, but just for muscle memory kind of, it was like, okay, do it, open it, okay, close, boom, done. But just to keep up with that. And then ideally, it's like, figure out, since I will get a bunch of drafts and some listing done this week, but then have the drafts. So when I go back to Ubering next week, maybe it is then, like you've said, every 6th day, I then spend half a day to take pictures or so. I don't know. I've got to figure that out because how I work. I'm like you. When I do Uber, and I don't mind it. It's like because I tell myself I drive Uber. So I drive Uber. If you're going to do it, you go till you hit your money goal. And then you might as well go past, because I don't have a wife or kids. I got my cat, but is to shift my day and not drive till 3 a.m., which, then screws up sleep at our age. It's, get out by 8 And if it's a long late day, maybe midnight, you know, but ideally it's like 7 to 9 at the latest, you know, sort of thing. That'd be 14 hours, you know?
Yeah. Sounds like you're trying to figure it out. But yeah, like with Uber, like, well, you know, I don't think you can be in Chris's group or text group and really have goals and be like pushing it. Like my listing goal is, and I told Chris this morning, like at least 20 a day, 6 days a week for the month of January, and hopefully more. And I did get more. I got 21 today. I know it's only one more, but today was hard. I didn't even get all my orders shipped out. So yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
like if I could do 6 or 7 a day, I'd be, you know, because that led to sales along with running a sale on the store. You know what I mean?
Just commit and just do it. Like whatever the number is, 5 a day, 10, like there's a whatever you put out, you're gonna get you're gonna reap that.
Oh yeah.
But at least have them and just get those up daily. I would just say 5 a day. Just say, hey, I'm gonna get 5 a day up.
Yeah.
No matter what, no excuses. Before it could be before, I would do it before you go Uber, because when you come home, I think you're wiped out. So I'm gonna get my 5 listings up. I mean, you can do that in an hour. I mean, even if you're just at an average pace, I'm gonna get 5 listings up, because if you're averaging 15, you know, there's an extra 75, $100 if you do that consistently for 3 months.
Yeah. Well, that's why if I can get, like I did, the drafts, and that helped, that strategy helped, you know, in November, you know, doing a bunch of drafts and then being able to drop them while I was out Ubering and stuff. Because like, yeah, right now, yeah, I just got to figure out, like, because you know me, it's like the momentum. If I take too many days off from Ubering, then it's easy to not. And sure, eBay can have more money, but right now I'm going to pay the bills with Uber, you know. Plus the social part is, I need the social part more than eBay right now. Hey,
well,
Scott.
this is why I'm gonna start doing this daily rewind to get the social part, which, because I knew I had to hit my 20 by 5 p.m. So it really kind of kicked it in gear. Like I got 21 of them up in about 2 hours. Oh, here's another interesting thing. My daughter Emma, like she's removing her to online learning.
Oh, really? Okay.
And she wants to make a little extra money, so I'm paying her per item to do measurements. And that's a good question. Like, what would y'all pay someone to do measurements? Like today she did jeans. Like, no, it only takes me 30 to 45 seconds to do measurements. So like I have to be careful per piece, or it could cost me like I know if it were me, if it were doing per piece, like if you did even 45 seconds per listing in an hour, I mean, goodness, like you could probably do 70, right? And so I've come up with a number of 25 cents an item, and I think she did 32. So that's like she made $8 in about an hour, and I know she, you know, it's her first day, so not bad. And now I have jeans with measurements. And that's pretty straightforward. And I told her I would like her if we could do an hour a day. Like if she could just do the measurements for me, and if she could get me like 30 or 40 items measured for the next day, man, I think it could really speed it up. What's going on, David? How are the book sales going? Yeah, I agree, Scott. The deal, what is $129 a year to be in Chris's group? It's amazing. How have your sales gone up? Like, I shared this at the beginning. Like, I almost hit 17K in gross sales this month. I shared this with Clay, and that's a record for me. And I think Chris and Tech are a big part of it. Of course, I'm implementing the things, but like I think the future, like the potential is unlimited. We see Chris is doing about 1,300 a day gross sales on eBay, and Tech is doing, he's 4 to 5K a day. And yeah, Clay's asking about holidays. Yeah, I hope everybody had a happy holiday. What's up, Scott? Dumpster Diver Dad, our Amazon expert. But Scott's also been doing some eBay listings. Are you still doing those, Scott? I think he's been cranking out like 15 a day. Awesome. Like at 15 a day, we've determined today we'll give you a $50,000, $60,000 a year salary. well, not a salary. That's how much money you'll end up making if you do 15 listings a day consistently, assuming they're decent items. And because he's doing Amazon awesome, I know Scott's killing it.
Yeah.
And we're talking about Dumpster Diver Dad's probably I know he's killing it too. I clicked too many. I got 21 up today. Scott, man, a lot of orders this morning, and I did wake up late. I slept 30. I need to start getting up at 5 a.m. again like I used to. I don't know. Then I had to run in my storage unit to pick up a lot of orders. But I did get 21. I at least got my 20. Eventually I want to do like, I'd like to get to 50 a day. And I think once I do that then maybe start getting more help. But I think you have to really have it down yourself to be able to teach people. 14K on eBay. Yeah, that's you probably doubled me on eBay. Like my 16.5K is like on 4 different platforms totaled. 7K is on eBay. Like eBay is my clothing, my one-off store, and so I'm trying to build that up. That's awesome, Scott. 14K on eBay. Dumpster Diver Dad's the other Scott's like, yeah, of course he is the Amazon expert. I need to do 50. Oh man, get you those clickers. And this other guy, Wes, that's in our little Facebook group that we created. Clay's in the group. We created this little Facebook Messenger group. What, about a year ago, Clay?
Yeah, something.
And
we just the 4 of it at first.
Yeah, ballooned up. There's, I don't know, 8 to 10 people. Not everybody speaks all the time, but it's fine. But there's good information that we network and share in there too. But whenever Scott Dumpster Diver Dad's always sharing Amazon info, and that's Amazon's not my thing. I dabbled in it for a while. I was doing FBA. Man, it didn't bring me any joy. I just like, you know what, I'm gonna focus on eBay and Poshmark and Mercari and Facebook Marketplace. But I mean, I'm not knocking it. I know people are killing it. I know Scott's doing well in there. Oh, all right. You got to start posting the pics. I did kind of create, there's a few people in tech sports now that have got clickers. I should have probably done an affiliate link, or maybe I should brand that thing. Texas Treasures. I don't know. I'd have to think of a clever title. All right, I do want to share, one of the things I want to share, a sell of the day / Bolo. So Clay, if you have anything you want to share here, you can. I'll go ahead and share nice sell of the day. Because I used to do what sold videos, and if I ever go back to making content, I'll probably do that. But okay, so these were from a storage unit. Can you see that, Clay? Is that showing?
Hold on, let me look, guys. Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
I'm a little rusty on YouTube also, or StreamYard. These were in a storage unit. I bought this storage unit for $40. It had nothing but clothes, which I'm focusing on clothes, and it was a small 5x5 unit, I think. And I saw bags of clothes. I saw a couple of Nikes and shoes, and I saw this Timberland box. I wasn't sure if it was going to have the actual shoes in it. And so I won that storage unit for $40, and I cleaned that thing out in record time. I was only there, like, I think I was messaging you that day, you and Val. I think I was only there for 2 or 3 hours. I cleaned
you weren't there long at all.
Puppy out, and look at these brand new Timberland boots, brand new in the box. These are brand spanking new. So this one sell, and by the way, on shoes, you can always tell on the bottom, right? These sold for $70. I don't know why it shows this price. They actually showed for, I took an offer. They sold for $70 plus $14.99. So these pair of shoes paid for the whole unit, and it also had like had some other decent jeans in there, had some decent jackets. So this unit will probably make, it'll probably be a $500 or $600 unit, and that is another way to source. And Clay's bought some units. I've probably bought 7 or 8, 9 units. It is fun, that treasure hunt, because for that safe, the jewelry. You're looking for a big unit. And I go back and forth, but the downside of storage units, it's a lot of work, a lot of trash, a lot of going to the dumpster, and you've got and you'll get a lot of items that are worth a little bit of money, but not a ton. If you are doing storage units, and Clay and I have talked about this, it's probably a good idea if you have a local flea market, which we do, to unload that lower price inventory and sell your good stuff on eBay. All right, I'm talking to you. Got anything you want to share, Clay, on any sales?
I just sold. You'll remember this. So literally one sale today, and that's fine. Oh, dang it! Sorry, I started to kick the water bowl under the table. Okay, hold on. I'm so tired. Okay, let me turn down the screen, as Jody always said. Brian will know where I got that.
Oh, I've sold one of those before.
We got it. Remember last time Brian and I went sourcing right before I quit teaching.
I spotted it.
Huh?
I spotted it, right?
Yeah. And you were like, and I was like, ooh. And you were just that day, shoes. And I was like, they're good. And you told me, and you were like, yeah, get it. Because it was the same price as shoes. It was $7. And I just sold it for $50, finally, to somebody local, because I've had people offer, and I keep writing back, I don't have time or energy, because I did not want to pack that thing. That really is not worth my time. So $50. So while you were talking, I messaged them and said, I can meet you later in the week, but I'm staying at home because Dad has Corona. But so $50, $7. So let's say $7.70 to $50. And then yesterday I sold to good old Jimmy here. This is from.
Hey, by the way, for those that don't know, and I've sold it. Like when I first started reselling, I dabbled with that. Like I was sourcing off of Craigslist. There's like a vintage high chair, all wooden. I don't know the brand on it.
Jenny Lind is what this is called, or something.
Yeah. And I sold several of those. Like they'll sell between 50 to 100, and some of them will go for more.
Yeah, this was in better shape.
Kind of stupid of me for not actually buying that day, but I think I was in the middle of niche down and focus.
You were. And it was also literally right before school was starting, and you were talking to Bubba and contemplating quitting. And I was pretty sure I was quitting. I mean, it was like a week before, and we hadn't been together in like 3 months or more or something. So then I sold these, some North Face pants. These I bought from Greg. He was Rocky Mountain Reseller on YouTube. He's a heck of a nice guy. Brian has now bought from him. Emily Conway has bought from him. Trish, that's Nana Tink Treasures, has bought from him. He's a great sourcer, it seems like. And his honey hole is the same store that Val, different towns in Colorado, but Greg knows how to source, like shoes, clothes, but he doesn't like doing clothes. So he sold clothes and miscellaneous. So sold those for $30, and the price was pretty darn cheap. So, here, I think I told you this. Maybe I didn't tell you. I sold this was on the 29th to some guy in Spain. When I sold these or got these out at that Frisco Goodwill that you ended up at, remember, like a month ago? And I looked and I'm like, oh, I was there a few weeks ago.
That's a good place.
So these Gucci horse bit. So with tax, they're probably like, I roughly estimate like $10.80. Sold them for $100. The guy sent an offer. Some were going for like $200, but when the guy messaged and he was like, the inside does need work, you know what I mean? Like it was worn as hell. And he was like, hey, these need some work. And I just thought, I paid $10.80. He's offering $100.
Which platform?
eBay.
Yeah, now, and that's a great sub. Now, Tech and Sports, he will not sell those brands because he's scared of like Vero issues and those type of things. But I think, obviously it's probably fine. But when you have a store like his, $1 million, multi-million-dollar store, you wouldn't want to take the chance.
True, but
a lot
for
of
me,
people will send that stuff like on what is it, ThreadUp, where kind of like a consignment model. But that's a great flip, Clay.
Yeah, so my last like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sales. I've only had 5 sales since Christmas Day or Christmas Eve, and I'm actually okay with that right now because I was Ubering, but 70, 170, 200, $250 off of 5 sales, and they cost me a total of so let's say 12 and a half, $20.
Yeah, and like
That's
you
pretty
said,
good.
he's not even listing regularly. It just shows you what you can do, and if you list regularly, like
Hey, Glenn.
there's no limit. So that's all.
Did Louis
All
pop
right,
in?
guys. My wife is hungry. Her 6. It's 6:05. I do appreciate everyone that's been here. It was nice to see everyone. I'm gonna try to start doing this daily at just to touch bases and with everyone, unless something comes up. I do talking about sourcing. As soon as I get all these freaking jeans, and Scott, you know this. Scott was talking about the jeans too, right? Like I'm kind of tired. I'm tired of listed freaking jeans. They're good, but I'm tired of it. I'm ready to do a marathon. Like I'll do this sometimes where I will spend 10, 12 hours, go all over my city. We live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and there's a bazillion thrift stores. We have a Goodwill outlet. And I am itching to do that'd be a good video if I was to make some content and to go sourcing.
Yeah.
Maybe Clay's quarantine, maybe we can team up together and we do this occasionally and we go sourcing together. It's fun.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, and this will be my last comment, that I used to have this mentality, and Clay's probably seen it. Like I do have this greedy side to me, like I want it all. I want everything. I want to source it all. Get out of the way. I'll elbow Clay out of the way. As I've done this more and more, there's more inventory out there than any one person can handle. I mean, so I don't really, that mindset does still creep in, and I'm a really competitive person.
But when we go, it's not ever a thing, because we either just do shoes and we do like a draft at the end. We divide it by prices and then we choose. So we both end up with like the same number of pairs basically. And then at garage sales, last time we went, we were in Lake Highlands, right, in the spring, and we just kind of like, you were shoes that day, and I was other kind of.
At one point I was just going to do shoes, and I know for a fact I could make I'm just doing shoes, and that's part of my problem is there's so many ideas, and I'm going to try everything. You could just do shoes, you could just do jeans, you could just do tops. I don't know. I think I'm kind of at the point where I want to do clothing and shoes, which that's fairly focused niche. And I think I haven't told you this, Clay. I think I'm just going to do, like, when I'm sourcing myself, just men's clothing, men's shoes, to narrow that down a little bit.
Yeah.
And I like to dabble in antiques and collectibles, and maybe I did go Sunday onto an auction site and got some bids on. And just that's my ice cream. That's my 5% of what I source. Just do that for fun, but make my main thing clothing, shoes. But with all that being said, I do want to go on a massive sourcing trip.
Because we never went to like Richardson and Plano.
I've been out there personally. I'm by myself, but no, we didn't go together. So we can do.
Because
and Clay, you got some of these jeans too. When not putting it well. I know you're in quarantine.
Maybe I'll come either tomorrow or Wednesday. We'll text later, because some of it your schedule,
I'm keeping them. They're in a bag in my storage unit, so I can bring. I don't know. I haven't even counted them, but I think it's about 50 per bag. It would be my guesstimate.
Okay.
Shoes suck. I actually shoes.
I like shoes. I don't know. Yeah, I guess because they're easy to take pictures. There's no measuring.
It is
because I don't think it's
but I get that. I think the cleaning part of it can be annoying. But what kind of sucks is you do, like Scott was talking about, you get in a groove. Like with jeans, I was definitely in a groove today, rocking and rolling. So I do think if you're selling multiple things, you need to, like, today I'm doing and I've got shoes right here. I probably got 20 shoes. Like I could do just a day of nothing but shoes. So you get that
rhythm,
that rhythm, that groove. Collectibles are good. Like I'm trying to win antique silverware right now, and it's got a really good sell through rate, and we'll see how that goes. Like I do play in collectibles. I don't think I don't think I want to make that my main niche. I think it's probably gonna be 90% bread and butter clothes and try to get the volume up, and then maybe 5 to 10% collectibles, and that's kind of fun. I used to have a subscription to Dr. Lori, Lori, on YouTube, and she's like the antique expert, and where I could actually take pictures and send it to her. She would give me feed.
Nat Nurse Flipper does. I should ask her. If y'all don't watch Cat Nurse Flipper, I will plug her. She's good. And Scott, that's all she does. She buys. She is a nurse, and she just buys off of like Hybid and sites like that, and has a lot of it mailed to her. She's in like small town Florida, in between work and her kid. She kills it doing what Brian was getting into in the summer, or whatever.
Oh yeah, I was killing it this summer too. Yeah, it's definitely viable, and so I think I want to make that a part. I don't know. I changed. Clay laughs at me because I'm all over the place. And to be fair, like Chris, Daily Refinement's kind of like that. Like I've watched.
Watching his videos, and I don't watch. You know me. I only really watch lives now, and I've even kind of stopping doing that. But yeah, watching an old video or something, and then here, last thing I know, you got to go. I was like looking at my saved videos, trying to purge because I have like all sorts of weird videos, that I've saved, and some were his, and like him with the sunglasses when he wasn't comfortable not having the sunglasses on, whatever. And not to be mean, but boy, I hope he gets more sleep soon, because like he looks so tired in some of his videos lately. I'm like, dude, you got a kid coming. You better enjoy the sleep while you can, Chris.
Yeah, well, I don't know how he manages everything that he's juggling, like with his business and then all the stuff behind the scenes. Like it's pretty amazing. Yeah, he was talking about that today on the morning call. Like he's reading a baby book and different things. Great dude, really knowledgeable. Yeah, Strawberry Lemonade. Yeah, less returns on men's clothes and shoes. All right, guys, I really got to go. My wife's hungry. I got to go feed her. So everybody,
I might do live tomorrow afternoon before Brian while I list middle of the day.
Smash the like button.
Hey, did I hit the like button? Yeah, I hit the like button.
Gonna do a work show tomorrow?
Yeah, I might. Middle of the day. Yeah, and I'll text you about coming to get the jeans.
Yeah, I've done a few of those. Like my productivity is so low on those. Like I
was in here, but it might make me work.
But yeah, there is all right, guys, I gotta go. Thanks everybody. Smash the like button. Have a good night. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Good luck sourcing. We're out.